You're listening to Greater Good Radio Hawaii. Today's guest is Joey Caldarone, owner of Joseph Caldarone, Inc., an interior design and consulting firm. Please visit us online at greatergoodradio.com.
So how did you know that it was time to end that partnership and then move on to do your own thing?
You know, when you're doing these creative type things, you're dealing with artists, you know, obviously everyone is going to have their own opinion. And we actually remained good friends, but we had a lot of creative differences, at which point, as I started getting more involved in the creative aspect of the business, it just didn't quite work out well. So we decided to part on friendly terms, and we just went our separate ways. And then he actually passed away just about 6 months ago from lung cancer, very heavy smoker.
So this guy was world renowned, you said?
I wouldn't say world renowned, but in New York during I would say the 80s, mid 80s, he was very, very big, did a lot of restaurants, and he actually produced a play off Broadway that was produced by Valerie Harper called Neil's Garden, and he did some very high profile work, some large penthouses, and so he had a very good reputation in New York.
So it seems like you guys are kind of similar then. If you both have an arts passion and this interior design and development and
definitely.
so on.
And he actually, I mean, what I am doing now is definitely directly related to what I learned from him. And he was really, I had the benefit of being mentored by him as I was being, you know, in a business with him. So it worked out really well for me.
So being that you had the experience of going into, I guess, your first business adventure with a partner or a friend, and then now you're working on your own, what would you say are the benefits of working with a partner, the disadvantages, and then also same working on your own?
Well, the benefits of working with a partner is because as with anything, the other person might have a skill set that complements yours that you might not have. But as my accountant and lawyer both told me beforehand, partnerships rarely work out. So it was really amazing that we were able to stay friends. But I would say maybe from what I've seen, it seems like 80% of partnerships don't work out and 20% are very, very successful. There's always going to be, you know, disagreements, creatively, business-wise, whatever. There's two people are never going to be on the same wavelength. So that's the downside. The positive side is that I learned so much in this partnership that even though it didn't work out, it was actually a success because it's enabled me to do what I'm doing today.
And then what would you say are the most important things you learned?
Well, basically, you know, I'm not a trained interior designer from school. I did take I studied hotel management at Cornell University, and I did study some classes in hotel design, but I don't have a specific degree in interior design. So basically, I learned a lot of different concepts of design and architecture, and I don't think I would be able to be doing the interior design business today without all of the things that I learned from him.
So like the technical aspects?
Yeah, more of the technical aspects, like, you know, the different configurations of, you know, draperies and colors and types of fabrics and, you know, a lot of terminology that, you know, would have taken me a couple of years of schooling to really learn were things that I learned while on the job with Jeffrey. So
beyond your interior design and consulting, you're also involved in the arts, the visual, the performing arts. Are you able to share with us what you're doing with that?
Sure. Well, the most well-known thing that you might have heard of that I have done recently was Miss Saigon at the Army Community Theater, in which I played the engineer, which is the lead male role in that. And that was a great time. And I've done other shows at Diamond Head Theater. I was in Chicago. That was the role of Mary Sunshine, which I received a Polk Kella Award for, which is sort of like the local version of the Tonys. And then I've also done some work at Manoa Valley Theater, and as we'll find out, I'm also on their board of directors. And then currently, I'm not doing any shows in any theaters right now, but I do have 2 CD projects in the works. One is on a Japanese record label coming up.
You sing in Japanese?
No. It's actually, I'm singing classical music, and it's going to be remixed to like dance and techno beats. So it's kind of cool. I'm actually flying to Tokyo on March 22nd to record. And then I have something in the works here in Hawaii with some Hawaiian music, but it's sort of kind of secret right now, so I don't want to say anything about it. But it is in rehearsals right now. Actually, this morning was our second rehearsal.
So how are you managing your time?
Earlier today, I was telling a friend of mine, I said, you know what? I think I'm on the verge of a breakdown because I'm doing so many different things that it's like dizzying. You know, I've got this business proposal. I'm trying to put this deal together. I'm trying to do a CD. I'm trying to go here, go there, paint. If I were doing it all, if I were focusing all of my energies in one area, I think I'd be a little more coherent. But
that's not the artistic way, though,
no,
right?
Exactly. So, but you know, I think if I were doing one thing, I think I'd get bored. I like to keep things interesting, and I love not having a 9-to-5 job where I can make my own schedule and my own time. And so I think that's how I keep it all together, just because I love everything that I do.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more on Greater Good Radio.